We are live in the house.
Are you with the kids?
Sure.
Cut.
I'm live. Yeah, fine. Hi, everyone. As you pop in, I'm just getting a few things settled. Grab your water, unless you're just watching this at the office and plan on coming back later. Make sure you have your water if you're going to be joining me for this fun, whether you're in your office or going to join me for some fun. You'll be able to participate in parts of this because some of this is going to be stretching, some of this is going to be breathing. It's going to be like a perfect little blend of a bunch of great stuff. Hi, Sunny. I am so proud of you for rocking our challenge, and you too, Janet. I'm so glad you made it here. I'm just blown away by everyone's results, and I'm even more blown away by the comeback we had after that little bit of that normal midweek or mid challenge kind of like, oh, and we got to just, but here's the thing. That moment in the middle of that challenge when you had all of those little bit of doubts, right? That they're normal, but most people don't overcome the doubt. Most people stop right there. They throw in the towel because they're like, I'm not seeing the results. Nothing's happening. I'm putting in all the work. And this is such a great example of why so many people who try to achieve big goals end up never getting there because they get to this point where you have to really dig deep into the mindset, and they either just don't have that mental strength that they've cultivated and built, which is what we're building here every single day, or they just give up too soon. But if you overcome that barrier, that little bit of that, like, oh, is this really happening for me? Then the results are there. And that's why I'm everybody's biggest cheerleader during those times to be like, no, just keep going. Just trust in the process. Just trust. And because you did, and for those that are watching now, live, a year from now, wherever you are in your journey, trust in the process. If you're doing everything per the plan and you trust in the plan that you are tackling, you just have to trust in it. Because so much of this battle is less physical and so much more mental. And so by each of you ladies overcoming those mental barriers just set you 10 steps ahead. So just such a great lesson that so many people learned in this challenge, and now to see the results is just like, oh, that is my turn on. Speaking of mantras, that is my turn on. Find your turn on. You all know what turns you on, right? This is one thing that turns me on, is seeing you ladies stick to it and follow your path and not get in your own way. It's just like, oh, yes. That is what turns me on. So getting everyone's submissions, all of the results that are coming through just have me so excited. I think my cup is just overflowing right now with all of just the emotions that have come through. I've gotten teary-eyed, emotional listening to both of you ladies that are here, Sunny and Janet, both submitted videos. I loved it. You just literally brought tears to my eyes just seeing you ladies shine on camera. So thank you for that. And okay, before we get started, I did pin a question at the top. I want everyone who comes in to share a fun fact about them. I shared a fun fact about me, as many of you know. As much as I love to work out, what I love more is working in, because this is how we overcome all of those mental battles. This is how we overcome the waves of life. So that's a fun fact about me. So please share a fun fact about you. Would love to hear a fun fact about you. Okay. A few questions came up this week. So before we get into the meat of some movement and some flow and some breath, I wanted to answer a few questions. Another superstar from our challenge, Michelle Deanna, asked about refuels. Yes, because now that we get to incorporate them back in, this is like the party. This is like when the party begins and the results only continue. So I'm going to be posting in our group, Michelle, some resources for you to reference refuels, how to enjoy them the GFIT way, healthy, but still everything you could ever want. So I will be posting those resources in there. But in our world, a refuel is basically something that you want, that you're craving, that is not on the menu or maybe on the menu, but it's just something that you're wanting to have, but you still make healthy choices. So if you're craving a burger, you're not having like a double bacon cheese, blue cheese burger, like dripping with all this grease. Maybe you're having like a healthy version or wrapped in lettuce, or if you want the bun, it's a healthy bun, or you're just making a smart choice. But the bottom line is you're closing our meal plan and you're just having something that excites you, that you feel your body needs. Like you can go in and be like, ooh, I'm craving pizza, or I'm craving pasta or burrito or whatever it is. So it's just making healthy, smart choices. You're having pizza, maybe it's thin crust, lighter cheese, just being smart about those choices. I go into much further detail in the GFIT Academy, which is launching next month. I am so excited about this next academy. Can I just tell you, I'm starting to work on all of the details and I'm adding some new elements to it. So I'm just like over the moon to guide the next group of ladies in a very close container through the next academy. So if you're interested in that, please reach out to me. If you're not on the wait list, I'll put the link below. Join the wait list to be the first to know when the doors open. Okay, so then Jessica, she asked about mobility work, and great question, Jessica. Mobility work is really important for our joints. So it's really getting that range of motion going. And a lot of our workouts actually have mobility stretches in them. A lot of the times when we do the hip openers, then a lot of the stretches that we do have, some of the stretching workouts have a lot of mobility work with like the frogs or the hip openers that we do that really kind of open up those hips. And we'll be doing some of those today. So mobility work is amazing, just to keep those joints lubricated and loose, different than flexibility. And when we do our yoga and static holds, these are more like lubricating those joints. So they're a little slower movements versus some of the holds that we do in the yoga. A lot of the stretching routines, the static stretching that I did throughout the challenge, has quite a bit of the mobility work in there. So you can find those now in our stretching section. They're the Stretch and Surrender series, and those are fantastic for mobility work. And we'll dive into a few of them today. Gina asks, my other Gina, asks about sweating. And she says, is it normal to not sweat? And does that mean that you're not having a good workout? The answer is it is completely normal if you're hydrated, which I know all of us are. And it just really depends. And if you're pushing yourself. So if you're pushing yourself and you're like, oh, I'm giving this my all and I'm hydrated and I'm not sweating, then, everybody is different. Imagine that. Everyone has different amounts of sweat glands. Some of it's genetic related. I know personally, I'm not a big sweater either. And so it can be very normal, especially depending on your environment that you're in. Like if you're in Minnesota and it's February and you're not really sweating, not really something to be worried about. Now, if you were in the middle of the desert in August and not sweating, even the non-sweaters in us would still be sweating in environments like that. So it's environment related, hydration, exertion. And then of course there are some medical concerns if you're not sweating and you're doing all of the things, but we're all good. We're all healthy here in this little circle. It's mostly just based on genetics and environment and all the things. And I know personally, Gina, that you're crushing it every single day. You also live in a colder temperature. And so very normal. Again, here, not a sweater. I was one of those girls that actually didn't even have to wear deodorant. Still to this day, I just don't sweat much unless it's the middle of the summer and I'm on a run and it's like 80 degrees or something like that. Then of course, but on a day to day, everyone is just completely different. Imagine that. All right. So are you ladies ready? We're going to do a little workout here, incorporating blending together a few different modalities. So all you're going to need is one pair of dumbbells and then of course your water. So grab that. And music is not connecting, so we're going to do it from my phone. All right. Bum, bum, bum. All right, ladies. All right, we're going to start by grabbing those dumbbells. All right, let's begin with just regular squats. We're going to take it down nice and low. We're going to test yourself back up. Nice and slow. Warming up your body. No counting in this game. Exhale to the top. As you come out of this, exhale. Take it back down. And down. Awesome. So now right here, we're going to get some of that mobility work that we were talking about just now. So from right here, we're going to stay in this low squat. Hold. Now push your hands off the ground. Drop it down. And moving from side to side. Opening up for a hip. Back up, half squat. Holding here. Pause. Toes are turned out. Now dropping it back down. Hands come out to the ground. Shifting from side to side. Really opening up those hips. We're going to do 3 more here. Coming back up into that half squat. Horse pose. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down. Shifting side to side. Opening up those hips. Use those elbows, open up those knees, coming back up halfway, hold. Hold here, feel that burn, and drop it down, rotating side to side. Good, here we go, up halfway, horse pose, hold here, feel everything firing off. And take it down, fall from the ground, rotate side to side, open up those hips. Last one here. Horse pose. Keep the core in nice and tight. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Rotate side to side. Open up your hips. Awesome. I'm coming up with those dumbbells. Here we go. Alternating right and left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, use those biceps, 8, 9, and 10. Pause, take it down, send out the back of the legs. So incorporate a little bit of stretching here. Send out the back of the hamstrings. Back up to those biceps. Here we go. Let's alternate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Grab them. Put them above the ground. Just shoot them up. 10 minutes straight. So moving through the exercises fast. Let's have the back of the legs go and keep it up. Okay, taking only 1 dumbbell here. We're going to do a front raise with a driver. And you see this in my ultimate sexy shoulder plan. So we're going to bring the dumbbell up, drive it left, right, back down. Up, left, right, down. Sit in 10, left, right, left, doesn't kill you, makes you stronger. Let's go up, rotate, 2, 3, 4, take it down, take it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and last one, bring it up, and rotate, 2, 3, 4, drop it down. Awesome job, grab some water. Okay, we're gonna take it down to the ground. So whether you're on the ground or a chair, you're gonna get into some side lateral raises. So really isolating those shoulders, taking all of that momentum from the lower body out. We're gonna come alternate from side to side. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 10. Quick little break here. One more set. This time we're going to do together. Only 5. Back up. Together for 5. Arms come up so they're parallel to the ground. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Drop it down. One more set, we're going to alternate. So getting 10 alternating. Let's go. Here's 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Here's 5, 6. Here's 7, 8, and 9. Last one, 10 and 10. Awesome. One more exercise before we do a little bit of some stretching. We're going to do some mobility work for Jessica here. So hitting those triceps. Same thing, we're going to stay on those knees. Dumbbells are going to come here, elbows hugging your body. From right here, leaning forward, we're going to kick it back and really get those triceps. So getting 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take it down. We've got one more set. So really keep those arms hugging the body, squeezing those triceps at the top. Coming back in. You're almost getting a tricep extension with a bicep curl if you do it nice and slow and controlled. All right, one more set of 10. Are you ready? Here we go. Kick it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Dropping those down. Going to shift it down a little bit. So now we're going to work on some mobility stretches and finish with a little bit of some breathing. So grab your water and let's go ahead and let our heart rate start to settle. It's amazing how even just a little bit you can feel it. So I feel the heart rate, but the sweating's not there. Totally normal. So as long as you're pushing yourself and you feel that boost in your heart rate and you're giving it your all, if you're not sweating, it's not the end of the world. It does not equal a good workout. Just like how not being sore doesn't equal that you didn't work out hard enough. Same kind of idea. Okay. So now we're going to move into a little bit of some mobility work. And we're going to start with Okay. So we did some of these stretches in our stretch and surrender. We're going to start here first with a cat-cow. So we're going to round that back. Exhale all the air. And inhale, gaze comes up. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, gaze comes up. Feel that nice stretch in the back. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let all that air out. Inhale. And falling back into child's pose. So seated now on your hips. Bringing those arms out in front of you. So arms about shoulders with distance to begin, and then we'll bring the palms together. So just sitting back on those heels. Feeling that nice stretch in the upper body. Now bringing those palms together to touch. Dropping the head down. So now we're going to move from child's pose, palms come down to the mat, into downward facing dog. Back down, child's pose, seated down, reaching forward. Up on all fours, downward facing dog. Few more, dropping down, child's pose. Downward facing dog. Two more, take it down, child's pose, reaching forward. Downward facing dog. Kick back on those heels. Exhale. Last child's pose. Dropping down, reaching forward. And downward facing dog. Kick back in those heels. Relax the shoulders. Relax the neck. Maybe shaking left and right. Now, lifting that right foot up. Bring that knee in towards your chest. Plant it here. Just do a nice low lunge. Low lunge, inhale and exhale. Another great hip opener here. We do these quite a bit. Back into downward dog. Lifting the left toe up. Knee comes in, plant in between, low lunge. So now that we're warm here, we're going to alternate the low lunge. So from right here, you can feel that nice stretch, right? So you're kind of leaning into it. Now we're just going to come back into a plank. Right foot here, lean into it, stretch it out. Alternate, plank, left. So this is a great mobility stretch. Keeping those hips open, the joints lubricated. Back into a high plank. Right foot, lower down. Two more, high plank. Last one on each side, high plank. Stretch it out, low lunge. Final one, high plank. Left foot comes in between those hands, sitting down nice and low. High plank, walk those toes up, meeting me right here in the center. Stretch out the back of the legs. Now we're going to stretch it over to the side. So coming over to the side here, stretching it out, straight leg. Feel that nice stretch. Now we're going to rotate to the other side. So we've done these quite a bit as well, just kind of rotating a side lunge. Rotating it over, keeping it going. Let's get 4. Rotating. Here's 3. 3 on the other side. And we've got 2 more. So walking it over, 1. And last one on either side. So coming over, nice slow stretch. And walking it over, last one, holding here. And coming into the center now, frog pose. So equally on your feet, using your elbows to press out those knees. You can bring your palms together to touch, or for a little bit more of a stretch, you can form fists with your 2 hands and stretch it out here a little bit more. So this just opens up your hips that much more. And almost to our final mobility stretch. We're going to drop down. So you have one foot 90 degree and the opposite foot 90 degree. So from right here, you're going to take a nice deep breath in, and we are going to rotate other side. So we're doing 90 degrees. Rotate. See if you can do it without placing your hands on the ground. So nice stretch here. And we're going to rotate to that other side. Let's get 4. So moving from side to side, keeping that 90 degree angle. Here's 2. Don't worry if you need to have your hands on the ground. Just challenge yourself. And 1 more on each side. Last one. See if you can do it without touching the ground or something to work towards. Awesome. And before we just really slow things down, finally bring those feet in front of you. Hands come up, reaching for those toes. See how much further you can go down. You'd be surprised when you're consistent. And I notice many of you are showing up more for our weekly slowdowns on Wednesday. You'll be surprised how much you benefit from showing up every Wednesday for a surrender, but then don't be shy. You can always hit some of those stretches throughout the week as well. We've got a whole library of stretches, some that are shorter than the others. And the beautiful thing is that you can always see that time on the video. So you can pop through and say, I only have 10 minutes, or you can just stop at 10 minutes, but a little bit goes a long way. So just surrendering into this forward fold, inhaling and exhaling. See if you can slowly start to reach for deeper parts of your feet. Remember, you don't want pain, but a little bit of tension is okay. Just breathe into it and let yourself relax. Rather than feeling that tension, just let yourself relax into it and see if you can go a little bit further. Beautiful. Slowly working your way up. Grabbing that water. Let's just kind of hydrate here. Ground ourselves and kind of shift gears. So we went from doing a little bit of some elevated, fiery G-Fit style workouts. We slowed things down. And now we're really going to just kind of slow things down, capture our breath, and kind of bring you back into the present moment before you continue on for the rest of the day, no matter where you are, whether you're at home or at work or listening to this while you're driving, wherever you are. Obviously, if you're driving, be smart, don't close your eyes. But it's always good to just kind of reconnect to your breath and to let everything else go from what happened before you showed up here, and then maybe that long to-do list or all those things that are, kind of clouding that space. The past is history. The future is a mystery, although we like to think that we're in control. All we know is right now. So we're going to do a little bit of some breath work, and today we're just going to do box breathing. You might be very familiar with box breathing. It's kind of like the number one, breath work exercise to do. What we're going to do is we're going to inhale for the count of 4. We're going to pause. Imagine a box. We're going to exhale for a count of 4. We're going to pause. So it's a 4, 4, 4, 4. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause in this beautiful little box visual. So if you're somebody who's visual, it's just a great way to remember as you inhale, exhale, we're forming that box. All right. So bringing those hands together, let's start by taking a nice deep breath. Inhale. Close your eyes, just kind of coming to your natural rhythm of your breath without any judgment of what it feels like. Maybe even placing those thumbs at your heart center to feel that heartbeat that's beating so beautifully. So starting to just come into this moment. Starting to recognize any sensations in your body. Anywhere you might be feeling any bit of tension. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, feel your shoulders just kind of melt down your back. One more deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. All right, we're going to do our 10 rounds of the 4 breath box breathing. So we're going to inhale for 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now keeping with this rotation on your own. Inhaling for 4, holding, exhaling for 4, holding for 4. Stay with it. Few final rounds around the box. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold. And wherever you are, bring your palms together. We'll do one final round together. Wherever you are from right here, let's inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Coming back to your natural breath. Just recognizing how you feel. Any subtle shifts in your body or in your mindset. Noticing the sense of calm that just comes over you from capturing that breath. Awesome job bringing your hands to your knees, slowly starting to open up your eyes. So beautiful. Thank you, ladies, for joining me today. I hope that you feel grounded. It's kind of fun to go through the different elements of boosting the heart rate, kind of slowing things down, and then really just melting into the presence of the now. And just recognize how you feel as you step into the rest of your day. And as you may have heard me say many times, but we practice yoga, we practice meditation and breathing, and even our fitness, our fiery fitness workouts, not just to get good at working out or to get good at yoga or to get good at mobility or stretching. We really practice this to help us to get good at life, so that we can take all of these practices into how we live our life and how we're able to stay in control of our decisions and how we're able to be more proactive and not reactive. And so these practices all help us to just carry on with life and just be better, amazing, incredible humans. So thank you for joining me today. I'd love to hear in the comments how you feel, how you felt. If you had any resistance and then you feel some sort of bliss, whatever it is, there's always a huge spectrum of feelings that come from all of these different practices, but I would love to hear from you. And until next time, have the most incredible week ever. And for those of you that rocked my New Year's challenge, I'm so proud of you. Today is the last day to get in your photos, so make sure that you submit those. And this weekend, such a earned celebratory refuel that we'll all be celebrating together. So until next time, my friends, I will see you soon. Love you all.